You know you've got a problem on your hands when the file takes literally 2 minutes to load in. Hi there, my name's TheTrueNev, I'm the only me there is, and welcome back to the Satisfactory Non-Series. Episode 10, the magical number, the first big 1-0, that's right. So we're back here, and as you can see, I've set up my very first manufacturer, creating none other than the heavy modular frames. Now, as you can clearly see, I had to underclock it because getting all the materials ready for this thing, given my current setup, was going to be a little harder. That being said, for the steel pipes, the encased industrial beams, and even the modular frames, I transformed a few of the slugs in my inventory into power shards, and I actually overclocked them. But when it came right down to it, I didn't have enough space up here because I had to reroute a bit of my iron ore over here. I didn't have enough space to create exactly 200 screws, so instead I decided to underclock it and say, for now, it's okay, you know? I don't need that many heavy modular frames, I can deal with the current amount needed for now, including in the current milestone. 1 every 60 seconds means I'll get 60 an hour, and that's okay for me. That really is. That being said, this is actually ridiculous. Not the fact that everything fit in here nice and tidy and snug, not the fact that I had to reroute everything, including making 2 holes in the wall with double conveyor belts each, but also just the fact that, yeah, I mean, because I've got so much things on the file now, it took so long just to load up. I fear for the future if this is how it is right now. At some point during my off time, I decided to go and dot out the things on the map that needed to be dotted out, like certain nodes and so on and so forth. Along the way, I decided to explore a little, and I found a crash site. Now, this was on a cliff, very near to my base, as you can see, and since I was up there, I thought, I don't want to come back up here, so I decided to open it. Which then prompted me to go on a long journey across my sphere of influence, the area, the radius around my base, which I've already come to know and love, in the Dune Desert and some of the surrounding areas, in search of all the other crash sites I know I've seen around there, as well as all the slugs I could find. And along the way I found a stray doggo. I didn't even know this guy was here, so I promptly took him back to the base, slowly but surely, into his makeshift kennel, which is where we find ourselves now. Hey doggo, hi. Hi doggo, hi. Hi doggo. Such a good doggo. For today's episode, I have 2 plans, you see. Or rather, 3, maybe? I'm not entirely sure about that last one, but hey doggo. The first one is, I want to start working on, and hopefully complete in this episode, a computer factory, a simple computer factory. Reason being, it's basically what we need in the Tier 6 milestones. As you can see here, computer, computer, computer. And I know exactly where I'm gonna make it. It's in an area between here and the oil field, actually visible from my makeshift bridge, which I'll get to in a moment. I'll show you how it looks like, but there's plenty of resources around there to actually build up a new factory. The other thing I'd like to do today is get to the TheTrueNev node. You remember that one we found a few episodes ago? Yeah, that one that was locked behind a boulder, which we can now unlock thanks to our explosives, and I'd really like to start working on that too. Ethereum offers a lot of new and exciting stuff, including some modifications for the object scanner, which I'd love to get because I really want to find more crash sites. But finally, for the third and most doubtful thing this episode, I want to find more doggos. That stray doggo I found made me think, how many more doggos are there in the world? Where are they all? From my previous series, I remember there were 2 in the place I called the Mushroom Forest, where a whole bunch of spiders lie. And if I recall correctly, there was also one in the dense forest near the middle of the map. But yeah, it dawned on me just how many are there. And so I went searching, and though there's no real answer online, I know for a fact that very near to my oil setup, there is a place called Doggo Beach, where you can find apparently like 17 doggos or something like that. And honestly, these little guys have, these little guys have been bringing in so much good stuff. I want to get them all. I want to be the best doggo rancher there is. I want to get all the doggos in the game. I want to pet the doggo, but I can't. So instead, we'll just look at his cute little mug. Okay, and now let's actually get into the episode. Okay, so this is the area I was talking about. The bridge between my oil rig and the main hub. In this small alcove, we have 2 pure iron nodes, 1 normal copper node, 1 normal limestone node, and if I go out this way past my power lines, we can find, surprise surprise, other than a big ass spitter which I haven't taken care of, a couple of oil nodes. We have an impure one over here, and I actually need to check the other ones, but there's 2 more as you can see right here. So between these 3 nodes that I can make plastic with, and the 4 nodes over here, I'm pretty sure I can make a small computer factory. And it's a good thing I've got the oil here, because originally I had planned to maybe move part of my plastic and the rubber from the oil rig over there all the way this way, but having this here makes it a lot easier. And the factory I'm envisioning for this area is not a cube, come on, squares are boring, we gotta get with the times. No, instead I feel like making an L shape this time. Probably with a portion extruding out this way to be closer to the oil, and the other one sort of following the path of the bridge. But since nothing is built yet, this is probably going to take some time, so yeah, let's see how this goes. For now, let me take care of these guys over here. Let's do that live, because why not, right? Hey, buddy! There you go. Take some of that. Yeah, shoot me all you want. There you go. 2 shots, and you're dead, buddy. Boom. That's all that she wrote. Okay, I'll take that. Now, let's see now. Normal? And normal. Yes, I can definitely do something with this. And while I'm here... Wait a minute. Is that another one? I think it is. Oh my goodness, it is. 4 nodes. That's good. Dead. Impure. Okay, 2 impure and 2 normal. I can do with that. Now, before I leave you and skip ahead to the part where I've got something built over there, let me just scan this area for limestone. Because last time I scanned, I got 1 over here and 1 over... Ah, over here. This could also help quite a bit, should I need it, in this new fab... Doggo! Perfect. Okay, Doggo, you're coming with me. This is gonna be a long trip back, but... Yes. Don't run. Good, Doggo. Good, Doggo. Okay. Now for the long trek back, because I can only walk with you. And hopefully I find more Doggos in this area. And now for a small progress update report. As you can see, here I am, still in the planning stages, still in the building stages. It's been about a day, and I've got something done, but it's behind me, and I'll show it to you right now. But I just thought I'd mention that while I was building it and thinking out the L shape and just the general dimensions of the building, it dawned on me that I was completely disregarding the refiner's massive size. I kid you not, these things are so freaking big, it's hard to plan things out. So while I originally planned for the oil processing to make plastic for everything computer involved happen inside the L, I now realize that I can't, and so I built this. Well, not this. This is a pillar. This. A small oil processing annex. Now what this is doing is taking the 360 oil between 180 and 180, distributing it between 12 refiners to create 240 plastic, 40 of which is going out the back to create empty containers, and all of the heavy oil residue will be heading into these 2 refiners at the back as well, that when combined together will be creating a surplus of packaged residual fuel. The residual fuel will be stored in an area under this platform, which I'll show you right now, and the remaining 200 plastic will go into the actual factory itself, into the one manufacturer that will be making computers, and an extra 1 or 2 constructors for separate storage of circuit boards. Here we have the storage for the fuel. I think it's plenty of storage so that the system doesn't back up or delay at any moment. But yeah, this is what I've got so far, and I've already got the basic structure for the L-shaped canyon factory in mind for the computers, so let's keep going. Progress report number 2, and I can safely say that the bottom half of the L, or rather the computer factory, is done. As you can see, we have here 4 assemblers that will be making circuit boards, and the bottom half is comprised of every single factory needed to construct the 4 materials needed to make computers, as well as a few extras like a couple of constructors making concrete on the far end, and on this far corner over here, a few for iron plates, because, you know, you can never have too many of these and refueling is always good on long journeys. What's funny is that every time I build something, some large platform like this, I usually think, oh, there's enough space, and then I usually end up leaving a few gaps here and there, like this large one over here, but then mostly have trouble making things sort of fit. That being said, this wasn't too cumbersome. The last update, or progress report or whatever, will probably be once the entire building, walls and windows and floors and roofs and everything, is done. So I'll meet you there. And after a bit more time, the L-shaped canyon-side computer factory is finally done. And I've gotta say, I love the way it came out. Now I know, I always say this about everything I build, but I really do feel that way. I mean, every single one of these things is like a crowning achievement for me. The only thing I'm not entirely sure of is the wing things, but it's such a weird design that I can't say I dislike it either. All walls, floors, roofs, and railings have been placed at this point. If there's any final touches to be made, it'll have to be made later. All that's left is for the production to actually begin. So let me walk you through this so you understand how it goes. Over here is the storage for computers and circuit boards, and over here we have the storage for these guys. So we plop on down here, and okay, here's all the factories. Let's start by connecting the copper up. While the copper is being made, we need to ensure that there are screws in the system as well as cable, which we're making thanks to the alternate recipe over here. And since the only thing that remains to be added is the actual oil-based product, let's get to that as well. And I have 2 entry and exit points from this place, but let's take the scenic route, shall we? Pop on over here, cross these factories, down the ramp, over here, and I believe, yeah, that's it. And I believe we just gotta connect this one up over here, and we should see oil being processed as well. Oh, it's like clockwork. Watching everything function at the same time is just absolutely beautiful. There's the plastic coming along very nicely, very perfectly. Plop down here, and there we go. So, in order to make sure I have a little bit of circuit boards left over, I used a splitter merger combo. Since we get 30 circuit boards from those 4 assemblers, but this thing only needs 25 per minute. So I simply said, okay, let's split 5 away, so that every hour we can see at least 3 stacks of circuit boards being produced in our storage, as well as the computers that are being produced per hour or minute or whatever. And here comes the first one. Nice. With this basically done, our very simple, very first computer factory up and running, I can proceed to buy the rest of the milestones in the remaining 2 tiers before moving on to the next thing, which we'll be working on in the following episodes, especially Caterium, maybe Quartz as well. I do need to get to that, but also I need to find a new place to, and I mean a big place with a lot of nodes, to actually get to work on the space elevator things, which I haven't forgotten, but with my current setup right now, I really can't get to. They require a lot of resources in a lot of places, a lot of steel, and yeah, my current setup just isn't enough for that. So, while this produces computers and I work on obtaining the milestones, I'll probably have to search for a new place to start producing the space elevator things, but in the meantime, for this episode, I'm gonna get to what I said before. Start, and not finish, but start just a little bit on the Caterium setup, because this one factory right now should be the shining beacon for this episode, as well as, of course, go search for that Doggo beach, eh? For now, I've got this preliminary platform set up, by which I mean I have absolutely no idea how I'm going to build a factory up in here. You know, how I want every little constructor and assembler to go, mostly because I don't remember and I don't know all of the uses and how exactly to use the Caterium and the quick wire and all that. And also because right now I can't actually make quick wire. I have to research it first in the MAM, and for that reason I set up a temporary smelting area down here. And you know, once I have everything set up, once I've got everything researched, then I'll move into making a proper factory in this place. But for now, this is the start of the Caterium factory, the initial setup.
Milestone reached. The fuel generator will match power generation to the increased consumption of recently acquired technologies and buildings. Additionally, improved conveyor belts and lifts can now be constructed. Caterium scanning unlocked.
A little late on the uptake, Ada, but thank you very much. I'm just about ready to head out to the place I read about known as Doggo Beach, which is, according to the map I saw and the place I read, roughly around the area yonder way, past the oil field. But as I was going to fetch the rubber to upgrade the milestone you just saw me upgrade, I took a wrong turn on my little golf cart on the bridge and I fell into the water, which meant I had to walk all the way over here to get back on top. And that's when I noticed 3 more doggos, just sitting here. Don't ask me how I ever missed these guys, but this brings the total number of doggos in this oil field area to 8. And the thing I read was that Doggo Beach has like 12, so now I'm wondering if Doggo Beach is even the place I read about, or if it's actually this place and I'm still missing 4 doggos. I have to wonder. But before I actually set off to maybe find the supposed Doggo Beach, in the truck which I'm planning to make, let's first invite these guys to the party. But it's so adorable seeing them run after me. And where better to inaugurate the unit, that's the name of the truck by the way, than here, in my own little makeshift fuel depository. The perfect place for a truck to just get up and go. And I love it, it's massive. And you know what, baby? I've missed you, it's been too long, you know. It's been like 10 episodes and millions of hours, way too long. Glad to see you back. Oh, love it. You're big, you're bulky, you're girthy, but boy do you run and purr like a kitten. Alright, fueled up, let's see if we can't find Doggo Beach. We're probably gonna approach very close to where my party pyramid was in the first playthrough, and I'm not sure if I'm ready for that because it's been ages since I was back there. It's gonna be a little weird seeing it without all that building there, but yeah, focus on the mission, doggos first. Now I remember this much, and I don't feel safe passing through the field of toxic gas, but let's see, maybe we can make it without too much of a hassle. Oh, this is gonna work out just fine. Gas is far away, I thought it would be closer. Perfect. According to what I read, oh sorry guys, almost hit the burbs. According to what I read, Doggo Beach is, well, should be around here. Roughly. Glad those guys didn't explode on me. Uncharted territory. Or is it? Wait, Doggo! Hello. Is there any of your friends around here? Don't tell me you're all alone. Though this is the area. This is the area where I read about, but only 1. There should be at least 3 more doggos. Okay, I'll be back. Don't move. Oh, but this uncharted territory is definitely charted. I remember it clearly. Just a little further along, there's a wonderland of pure nodes and, well, the place where a pyramid once stood. Which in this playthrough, I might as well also make use of that space, but in a different way. Oh yeah, this place again. I remember it clearly, looking beautiful. It's so weird being here, knowing what once was. Okay, so yeah, the place that was mentioned was around here. The fact that I saw a doggo down there is definitely a good indicative. I want to see if I can find more doggos. The specific area, though, was around over here-ish. There should be oil fields over in this little crevice. Oh, hi, guys. Which just begs the question of, okay, I did stumble upon Doggo Beach without knowing it, without knowing that it was just this area. But, I feel like I'm missing doggos. I'm not gonna lie, I feel like I'm missing doggos. And okay, I'm gonna go leave that one back to the pen, take the truck back to the hub, keep getting upgrades, you know, build up that Caterium factory, as well as maybe start working on quartz for the next episode, and yeah, I'm gonna have to leave this episode here. And having said and done all that, I leave this episode of the Satisfactory Non-Series here. Thank you so much for watching it. If you liked it, then please thumb us with that like button down below. Comment, subscribe, and hit that bell button for some sweet notifications. But as always, I'm the only me, so you be the only you. See you in the next episode.